Perhaps it's one of the reasons why I have to spend an hour a night lifting and running on the treadmill is because I love popcorn, man. Microwave popcorn. Yeah, I've heard of something actually called microwave popcorn lung that you can actually get sick from breathing too many microwave popcorn fumes. Like there's some kind of chemical in the microwave popcorn or something that can actually make you sick. And I'm fairly certain that I'm going to get that because I eat a lot of microwave popcorn. It's my favorite snack. It's my vice. It's, some people it's chocolate, some people it's ice cream, for some people it's booze or what. For me, man, it's popcorn. I just dig popcorn. And I was thinking about popcorn today because I think about popcorn a lot. But one interesting thing about microwave popcorn is how long does it take microwave popcorn to pop in the microwave? Roughly. 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes and 20 seconds. 2 minutes and 14 seconds in my microwave. Not that I would know that, right, for any particular reason, but it's 2 minutes and change, right? But what would happen if you put the popcorn in the microwave and left it in for 30 seconds and took it out? And an hour later, you put it back in for 30 seconds and then you took it out. And then an hour later, you put it back in for 30 seconds and then you took it out. And then an hour later, you put it back. See where this is going? What would happen to the popcorn? The answer is nothing. It would never pop. It would never pop. Why? Because there wasn't enough heat on it long enough to cause a reaction, to cause the popcorn to do what it does when it cooks. The same thing with, meat. You throw meat on a grill. If you threw meat on a grill for 5 seconds, took it off, waited 30 minutes, did it again. You could do that for 4 or 5 days. It would never cook. The same is true with the popcorn. You could put it in the microwave for 30 seconds once an hour, every hour for the next 16 years. It's not going to pop. What's interesting, and the reason why I bring that up is because if you look at the way microwave popcorn works, you put it in the microwave, you put the time in, you hit start, and you wait. And for like a minute, nothing happens. Not a peep, not a pop, not a sizzle, nothing. And then in about a minute and 10 seconds, you can hear it kind of like a little sizzle. And then maybe about 10 seconds later, you hear it. Like, oh, and then you hear it. And then a couple seconds later, and then, right? And then before you know it, it's like, and the whole bag's filling up, and it's just going crazy. And you can even stop the microwave at that point. It's still going, right? And it'll pop for another 10 or 15 seconds even after the microwave's turned off. You see, but it takes like a minute and a half before that starts happening. Well, the analogy here is if you're like me and you're trying to get a business up and off the ground, get a business running, especially in the network marketing industry. Here's what so many people do. They start their business and they start running and they start taking some activities and taking some actions. But they don't see anything. And so they stop. And they rest for a week or a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks, or maybe they wait until the next convention or meeting and they go to the meeting and then they get all fired up again. And so then they come back and they go to work and then they work for 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, but they really don't see any results. And so they stop and then they rest. And they rest for a day or a month or a week or until the next convention, and they get all fired up again, and then they come back and they work. And they do for 3 or 4 or 5 days, and then they don't really see any activity, and so they rest. And they rest for a week, or they rest for a month. And this goes on for a year, or 2, or 5, or 10, until they finally quit. And what do they say when they quit? I worked that business for 5 years and saw no results at all. Isn't that what they say? Right? You see, that's the equivalent of putting your microwave in the popcorn, or putting your popcorn in the microwave for 20 seconds and taking it out. And then an hour later, put it in for 15 seconds and take it out. You could do that forever. It would never pop. Your business is the same way. You can't work it for 3 or 4 days and then check out for a month and come back and work it for 3 or 4 days and check out for 3 weeks and then come back. It'll never pop. It'll never go. And just like microwave popcorn, you might be working it for a week or 2 or even 3 or a month or 2 months and see nothing. I mean, nothing. But then all of a sudden, hey, look at that. And then maybe a couple of days later. And then maybe 2 or 3 days later. And a month after that, man, it's going just like the microwave popcorn. But you gotta leave it in there long enough to see the results. The same is true with your business. You gotta keep the heat on long enough for it to pop. And how long will that take? I don't know. Every business venture is different. Every network marketing company is different. Every adventure, every challenge is different. Your health and wellness may take longer than your finances, or vice versa. I don't know. Everyone is unique. So the challenge with this, unlike microwave popcorn, where you know in a minute and a half or so, it's gonna start popping. Your business or your finances or your health, it may not be the case. It may take a month, or it may take 6 months, or it may take 6 years before it starts popping. I don't know, and neither do you. But here's what I know for sure. I know that if you keep the heat on long enough, it's gonna pop. And that's the dose.